Gambe kintu kirugirire habisajwa rundi endiyambi ndiyake nunge yasemeri kulira.
Ekyo kubanza aro ikintu kweta health eating habits. Natural omuntu asemerire kulya byokulya zihingwire saa ibiri zekiro. But since when have you done that? You know, a good health comes with a lot of discipline. To kukikora 1 week and you expect change. You have to keep doing this over and over and over and over again. So in case discipline yenu younger, you will always have issues with your health. So one of the things let's look at how we can cut that belly weight. It must be a question weighing in the head zoko. Weight ya belly yenu
ngikolenda.
What do I do about the belly weight? Ekyo kubanza lifting heavy weight. See these people who go to gym. They might be big, but they have muscle. Exactly. Muscle, omugaso gwenyama, enyama is very metabolically active than fat. So enyama ni chwachwa ne bisadwa muno. You understand?
Okay.
Murutoro ruli simple. So it burns calories. Calories to gamenya energy form. So it burns calories mubiri a lot. So it is always good when you do heavy weight lifting. Of course, not everyone can afford to do that. But for ladies, even ladies, they are weight late.
Doctor, omusiki nagia natanka kuhimba nusango mnyama mwazimbo hatu wafoka
nangwa. It doesn't mean ngobo kuhimba no swelling azino nyama zonga. There are techniques of carrying these things. And if you meet gym instructors, when you lift like this, you will be making triceps. When you lift like this, you'll be making your rectus abdominis muscles, not six packs. So hello, no one okesha weight, fat, visceral fat, subcutaneous fat in yakula hansi in the yao.
Okay.
Another form, also heavy weighting lifting ya kulema. But I'm very sure you cannot fail to do squats. Unless you're a boy, of course, nyongo kungambire kara, it takes discipline. When you're disciplined, what about deciding I'm now going to reduce my weight? Then you have to be very disciplined. So one of the things you need to first do is heavyweight lifting. But now you can do squats. You wake up in the morning, even if you don't run, you walk. You walk 1 kilometer and you sweat. Then after sweating, you do squats. Ukora 20 squats gradually, notandika mpora until you can now find go progressing it. So the first thing, and of course you know the body is funny. There is a way it increases agility. Today ukachukora persistently, the next day umubiri ngoja kusaba do 30. You get squats. Can't we also do push-ups? Nazo nisiremu?
Yes. Yes, abasaid.
Can't we do bench press? Ukagenda ka bench you do those sit-ups.
Exercises is guma mazima, you know, maybe. Tinkomanya zindi
So bench press, sit-ups, overhead press, planks, mountain climbers. There's an exercise of mountain climbers. Arrow apps on Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. You download it and you look for those things. But it is always good to stretch these muscles after you have warmed. So no manza no kora aerobic kataito, let's say no jogging anke dakika 5. No nambero kuvoli au henim. You can jog and make your body warm. After warming the body, then you can do these things. They reduce body fat very much and they create muscle. Wagamba muscle is very metabolically active, so it burns calories and then regulates your sugars. So it stops any insulin resistance. That is a lot of science that is one of the ways. You can maintain a calorie deficit. If you feel like you should maintain a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit means you losing more fat than you are eating. So it means oboraba noenda kuluzinga oboraba noenda kuyuzinga nka 1 gram ya fat, then you should stop. You should stop eating food that have fat until that 1 gram of fat is what? And which is also hard. So I told you it takes a lot of what? A lot of discipline. Calorie deficit. You first use the other excess stores as was storing it over 50 years ago. Use those stores, and then that is what we call calorie deficit.
Kanati kanosanga obugama mubiri ngwahule byokulya munda kanosanga oli owakulya muno akaliyako muno nibo bantu abamu kusanga arwira ulcers na ulcers kiroti nibyo still bitubere ntubazaho. One of the predisposing factors for ulcers is ogamba PUD is obesity. Excessive alcohol intake causes obesity, but also causes ulcers. So it goes back to nutrition. What are you eating? And at what time are you eating it? Kandi mirundinga hiyo muntu asemerire kulya.
Personally, as a medic, I don't feel like hasemerire kubaho limitation.
Work.
But too, at that time that you're eating, what exactly are you eating? Because usobora kuimkasa mkaga gwekero and take water. That is very okay. Unless you want to say taking water is not eating. No, but you cannot eat a piece of chicken and then you go and sleep. You get? But to eating, I don't think there should be a limit in a time when someone is eating. But the question should be, what are you eating and at what time are you eating it? Because you don't take a very heavy fat meal, red meat in the night. Or in the morning you have eaten a heavy protein meal. By the way, proteins are good. A heavy carbohydrate meal with fat, but you have not gone to do anything. After eating, you have sat on your mobile money store. You see? Okay. So the limitation is sobora kutabaho, but to limitation may be a semerire kubahakike kiwali kandi wakiriya bwireke. Maybe. Because we cannot say, let's set a time for eating. Of course, eating in time itself is very important. Kulira mubwiri kyo mugaso muno. Because every time your stomach is empty, it creates gastric acid, you know, and digest the walls of your stomach. Okay. So the question should not be waliyemrundinga. The question should be waliyaki. Okay. Can't have wireki.
Okay. So hati omuntu wakuba katugambe kilograms zingahe omuntu waseme kubali nome zasemeri kuba nazo.
Ebe tukibere tukibalize abula unless orawo yeberwe ngo abakazi toto body weight yabo tesemerire ku exceedinga 70.
Ekyo botaka kibalize
toto body weight. It is a range. Kibalize oga ngo toto body weight yaba saija ni ranging from 70 to 78. Toto body weight ya abakazi ni ranging from 65 to 70. Ukubo hingwiraho nuba watandika ku obese.
Okay.
So iyo borabo yepimero wesango you are not within this range. Just know something is happening.
Hata haroho usanga obeno bazaho hamuntu owarehire no mugufu. Of course baine nko engeri batakwisanamu.
Exactly.
So omuntu owarehire toto range neba ningana neyo mugufu mukunyeta.
That's why we talked about biomass index. Biomass index nkimaanisha the ratio of your height with your weight. Ekyo probably werotakyetegereza kurungi. Baitu omuntu obweja muirwaro tumupima biomass index. We take weight, we take their height, and we get the ratio. Biomass index na in the ranges. So even if you are this height, we will understand that your BMI should be this. So kakuba BMI enwe ehingwireho. We shall know that something is not going on very well. Abokuba the height is yours, the weight is also yours. Can't have taking. So biomass index na in the normal ranges, which I may not quite get well now, but they are normal ranges of biomass index. One of another way of cutting fat, belly fat, this one. One other way is eating protein food. Now protein food require a lot of energy to break down. So nkiwankimanyisa man gal gona gokuboya huiri omubiri ngujagaye gukakozesa indigestion, so you lose weight.
Okay.
You get? So protein meals are very important in weight reduction. Tubalize ekyo kubanza tugambire ngu heavyweight lifting. Ege wagambe gumire betunagambira there are other exercises you can do like squats, you can do push-ups, you can do sit-ups, you can do planks, you can do mountain climbers. You get? All those ones, you can do stomach hardening. All those are exercises that you can do that help you cut your belly weight. Now the focus right now, I know, I want to is about the belly weight because it is very common.
Yeah, it
Someone
is common.
Is 22 years.
Exactly.
And yeah, man, and it is very strange, you know. So belly weight, twakabazaho emiringa esatu. Eyokubanza calorie deficit. Ngwe ebisadu ebirwalya bibe bitaito kukira ebyo yahwiri. You get? So it means sugar free food, fat free food. So that you remove the other deficit area already. Eki kyakabiri kyakasatu twabaza eating high protein meal. Twagamba because when you eat these protein meals, they require a lot of energy to do what? To digest. So every energy yono yokubostoringere kuli omubiri ngugiya so that they can digest protein food, because protein require a lot of energy, more than carbohydrate, more than fat kuba digested mubiri. But twagamba also a point yokubanza ngu heavyweight lifting creates a lot of muscle. When muscle is high, it has a high metabolic rate, so it cuts this fat. That is very good. Okay. Maybe a kana is fixing your sleep. Hat kubyama kuinekizibu kyamani. A normal person, average person, should not sleep for more than 8 hours a day. We have very poor sleeping habits. Very poor sleeping habits. Someone stays awake throughout the night, paka samsanj, probably watching a movie or they are out somewhere, and then by sahibiri chakara na that is a bad sleeping pattern. But there are also people who will sleep sahina zekiru and wake up samkaga gwanyeji. That is also a very bad sleeping pattern. Sleep plays a key role in regulating your body hormones. So every time you sleep, you get a Nidarian cycle. So actually, thank you very much, producer. TV. So on your screen, you will be able to see the tweets I used to make about this. Every time you sleep, it helps you regulate your hormones. So sleep deprivation decreases your levels of leptin. Hati leptin yanu science yege tusobora kutagibazaho baitu leptin niyo chemical substance mu mubiri yo kuyamba kurango ijwiri. Aha. So leptin whenever you sleep it decreases. When you don't sleep, it decreases the levels of your leptin. It also causes ghrelin levels. I think it is high metabolic science, but you are inakumanya ngo wiro bukira obokuba otabyamire kurungi no ekaro ina a lot of cravings. No boliao no hura noenda kulia yogurt. No boliao no hura noenda kulia ihuli. Ihuli wakalimara no gamba hati kamanzi ndawa supermarket ngule chocolate. Aha. Now these ones are one of the ways how we can actually reduce the belly weight. You get? So number 6, it will also be displayed on your screen. It is taking water. Kunywa maize. You know, water is a chemical substance that is almost produced everywhere in the body. So when you take water, maize niga hydrolyzinga mune usaju. Exactly. Fat requires water to be digested. But also, nkora study, and it might be USA, but even here in Kabarole, 20% of Fort Poto people who stay in Fort Poto, they take 25% of beverages more than water. Instead of buying a bottle of water, someone would rather buy a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Waraji Mountain Dew.
Coffee malt.
Rock boom.
Honor, rock boom. You get? So those beverages have a lot of sugar. You get? But as opposed to the other side, when you take water, this water helps you to hydrolyze these fats. So imiringo mkage no itwabazaho iyo credulatinga belly fat iyo weno wene kida kikoto, sorry to say, wene belly. You are a man, but you look like you are 6 months pregnant. I'm sorry, but you are a woman, you are not pregnant, but you look like you are pregnant. Even when you are pregnant, we don't know that you are pregnant until you tell us. I have given you 6 free ways of how you reduce your belly fat. You just go to for TV, look for this video and see how you can reduce that. But it requires you to be disciplined. Egg yourself discipline. Abakuba wira ujya kwiko yetage kugenda kunywaho bia.
Noga kangene nyweho baka.
Kunywaho may not be bad, but after drinking it, what have you done? It means after drinking it, you have to double what you are doing to reduce it. You understand? So people with belly weight, you'll only find it here at Fort TV. We have helped you reduce the belly weight. So you see, it is one of the major health concerns. Someone comes and tells you, I hear now, manyalo kisaka maya kitotoima kukiria, manya belly mekea. People are doing a lot of rubbish. But we have talked about the 6 ways. I think we can recap them. One of the ways we have said is heavyweight lifting. Okay, let's leave alone heavyweight lifting. Making your muscles bulk up. Because muscles have a high metabolic rate, so they will burn the fat. So it is always important for you to have more muscle than to have fat. Abukuba muscle is not heavy, but fat is very heavy. Very heavy. That is one of the ways. Second, we said maintain a calorie deficit. Take less than what you store. Or take what your body can consume all without leaving anything behind. Then the third, we talked about taking high protein meal. Because most times protein, if you are to eat, you should eat proteins because they are they have a high metabolic energy requirement. Every time you're taking a protein, it requires a lot of energy to digest it, more than fat and carbohydrate. We also talked about fixing your sleep pattern. Because of ghrelin and leptin hormones, which we talked about, as doctors come. But most importantly, we say drink water. There is a player who was in Leicester who was called Danny Drink Water. So every time you are going to take coffee malt, remember Danny Drink Water. You put your name there.
Then
you say Frederick Drink Water. You say TRINAH Drink Water. Because water helps in hydrolysis of fats.
Okay. So as we are closing the program, imanya obwire butukwasire tutalibanizibwemu habwe byoma byaitu bino baitu I think ekimwegere mukiegere. So tuliyo ntumalira kansabe doctor bagambire abahabuleyo ngerike olyo kungerike yosemerire kwetantara mu ebintu bino kurora ngo otuwanyeta actually kurora ngo waguma hati otanyese kitakayizire ngo bagamba prevention is better than cure. Ngerike yasoko erinda mukurora ngo takanyesere wakirinda waguma hasaize yesemerire rundo bonyesere wa controlling ngota rundi byo kurya kidayetiki eyo semerire kuriya kurora ngo urundi na mixingante nante manyira abantu bahulire ngo balanced diet neja kwimamanye bitakuli manya posho manya biki osange ebyo kule bitasemeye no kumatinga hamwe byakozereki byona bitire munda kandi bimufokere kizibu. So hale ebyo kule byo semerire ku mixing okagamba hati kante akatoke unantira akatoke kante akatakuli noro engeri so koraki ku mixinga mukandi bikakubera byo mugasa atari kutaho buri kasasiro kino na kino byona bikakwinzira munda. So I think doctor
Wirobukira. The secret to maintaining weight is nutrition and exercise. There is no any other shortcut. No one should deceive you that there is a herbal medicine. Maya, we have a pharmaceutical product. We are selling to cut weight. No, a very big no. There are only two ways how you can regulate your weight. The first is exercise, and the second is nutrition. Every kukera muno kukesha calories zao contain a lot of energy content are called raffages. Raffages no halidodo, swiga, cabbage, carroti. Baito otabifryinga, you cook these things.
Boil.
Very good. And take them. Especially when you feel you're very hungry and it is night. They don't have any energy content. And they create very good bowel motions. When you take Enswigan or Javara and Njagi, you will not have issues with your gut, with your stomach. Because they have very good bowel habits. You get they help your bowel function better. But most importantly, they do not make you gain weight. They do not help you. They do not. Of course, kuligama mnoviria every time. But that time when you are so inactive, when your body is not going to be active, make sure you take a lot of raffages more than energy foods.
No kubiteka doctor ukwanoliemera at least kataito.
People will ask, protein season is there. If you could even protein, they are the best food which we talked about. Meat has a lot of protein. Beans have protein. Eggs have proteins. But you know, you can eat these ones in the afternoon when you are able
to work.
So that in the night you should take raffages. Topic ya nutrition here munu so but one of the things you really need to avoid are beverages. Things that are packaged. We they come preservatives and a lot of sugars to attract customers. So exactly. So every time you take these things, they cause a lot of calories. And the body now, what it will do, it will show you man you ate. So you will always have your belly as evidence. Probably you get hips. If you don't get hips,
sometimes you don't
get
even
a lot of matama. Then this hump. So briefly, topic ya nutrition yenu bahuliriza mugaso muno ningonza kusima for TV yenu abo kwikirizaga topic yenu kuijaga ya health kubazaho ibintu bino one day one two paka no koma mu kintu kimwe kikuja kuyambaho
cyo mugaso
very important so obarabo bero kunohura enda umuda gukutalibanize muno
gukutamira no
today at least twakuherezaho 30% ya solution ya muda gwao this as a threads is about sharing our my Twitter account. You can follow me Fredino13. You can read this health information on my Twitter account. It is always there. But most importantly, it is going to help you live a better life. Ikara maintaining good nutrition. Ikibankimanyisa diabetes neja kusera nobura. Sukali ni onkubazaho. Pressure neja kusera nobura. Nanka BPH nija kusera nobura cancer nija kusera nobura so ekibali omba displaying ekyo is your body fat so visceral fat ni yari itubalize yo kurora amagufa go munderi ne coating around the organs then subcutaneous fat ni yenu yerha eruguru hamubi so no sango muntu ino muda nkogo
guguerire
gugwire nkibere and man that is very unhealthy that is very unhealthy so ndio nimaliriza ningoza kusima muno for TV au kutukirizaga kusharing health information yenu it is good in vital health an informed population is a healthy population. An informed population is a developing population. So mwebale muno nokuhostinga aboli ntubagondeze migisa yonga.
Amina. Tusavire. So thank you so much for today. Nimbasima hamulyoku abantu baita batasoboye kutwikaho tinsoboye kusoma messages zanyu hauka tufuniye mu bizibu taito but I think next time nja kusoma kandi wokuba oine cyone cyo kwenda kukaguzaha musawo obunde oine cyo tetegerize rundi oine kintu cyo beno hura no yenda muno manye tutakarungira hano baitu no sobora kimukaguza musawo I think he's going to give you his contacts obokuba ine cyone cyo kura no yenda you call him you numubaza maybe no textinga WhatsApp na kusobora cyone cyo kwenda kumanya kandi mumanya ngo every Friday ija kubagaro na tutwara mu binte bitari bimwe bimwe byo bomezi then utuliyo ntumalira nisima abantu bona abakuwachinga for TV abali aheroku abatakamanye you share the links musharingi batahibanya abandi uko batakumanya no manya tikule gangu buliyomo na manya kike cyokoraki ala abakwenda bahite bakusoba kika ala abakura for TV bahite bakusobora koraki kukika onayiwe gezaho sharing na mutahi wa nuko nawe sharing nondi inywe na musobora kubaganaho habintu bine bitukubantu koraki ntwega so kiro cha hati kamba sime mwebale kubaho kandi mwebale no kutugonza kandi mugume mutagiro butosa programs nyingi ziriyo nshija mutarugaho mugumeho ebikunyuma bingi music comedy sports nebindi byona nini hamwiza kunyemero manyi buli muntu ine kintu achayenda huwenkawe so bali yombaija mutarugaho let me wish you a blessed day kandi kamba bondeze na weekend enungi till next week.
Thought TV.